Hi, folks. I am not going to stay on long tonight. I was out at a carol service and we got, or I stayed too late talking to everybody, and so I'm a little underprepared tonight. But I thought I should say something. So I said I was going to talk about the shepherds, and I want to get on to them. But I also, when you live in the Western Isles and we're surrounded here by old black houses from the Garnan village in Carloway to the Arnold Black House on the other side. The the idea or the thought that struck me tonight the most was that we picture Joseph and Mary sometimes when we're reading about them going on a hunt for a hotel. It's a bit like when Molly and I go out in the city for dinner. Sometimes we've found ourselves looking at menus of countless restaurants before we find the place that we want to settle in. That's not the picture we should have of Mary and Joseph. N.T. Wright talks about what it was really like and says that if Joseph is going back to his ancestral home, he's not just rocking up to a hotel as an unknown in the city. He's going to his family. He's going to stay with his cousins. And so when he goes to stay with the cousins, there's no room for them in the main part of the house. And the word used for in there, that's the idea. It's not a hotel in the modern sense of the word. And so the family as well know that Mary's pregnant. She's about to have the baby. They're going to need some privacy. So the only available space is in the part of the house where the animals are kept. And that's why I bring up the black houses in Lewis, because if you visit these black houses, you'll see in the ones that have been made into what a historic black house looked like. There's the main room with a fire in the middle of the floor where they cooked the food and sat in the place. Then there's an area where there are beds, and then beyond that, there's the area where the animals are kept, because every family would have had their own cow for milk and dairy products. And so there's a part of the house where these animals are kept, and that's the part. It's like the porch area. The stable is the extension on the house for the animals, and to give Mary privacy, to have the baby, that's the space where they're allowed to stay. And I think that gives it a much homelier picture. It's not all about rejection in the way that, or cold rejection in the way that we sometimes picture it. And I think as well it gives an extra significance to the shepherds coming. The shepherds come with their offering to the God of heaven, who's born into this barn space in the extension of the house. And God appears to the shepherds, or the angel appears to the shepherds and sings, the angels sing to the shepherds, glory to God and goodwill towards men. And I think here's the message that we're bringing to the world at Christmas. Goodwill towards men. The church is often arguing with the world, and the church is often seen as at odds with the people round about us, when our message is that God has loved you all. God has loved the world, so much so that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Here's our message to the world, that God so loved the world that into a lowly estate, into the poverty of the stable, he gave his son to be born. So he didn't come as a high-ranking official. He didn't come as a king. He didn't come as a member of parliament with power and pomp. He came with humility, and he came unnoticed, really, into this warm family atmosphere that we all hope to experience, where he's born to Joseph, who has chosen to stay with Mary and adopt him, and he's born to his mother Mary, who loves him and cares for him and ponders all these things in her heart in the years to come, and who's there at the cross at the end with him, who loves her boy. But he's born without ceremony, except that heaven can't but help announcing his birth. All of this quietness, all of this calm around this great miracle, and yet heaven has to shout about it from the heavens and sing about it to the shepherds, and the shepherds have to go and bow the knee to the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, the baby in the manger. It's a wonderful thought. It's a glorious message. It's a positive message to call the world and say, come with us to worship this King of ours, who is Jesus Christ, the babe in the manger. Come and worship him this Christmas. May God bless these thoughts. Good night.